And of course, our first word is spend. And as we can see from our unit title, there are basically two things you can do with money. Spend it or save it. Talking about spend, spend means to give money to someone else to get goods or services. Get goods or services. So remember, goods are physical objects. Services are things that people do for us. But we want or need these things. And when we get them, we have to spend money to get those things. Now, of course, this woman here is spending money. She's spending money on shoes. So she's going to spend some money to get shoes. Now, she's using a credit card. And that's an interesting one. You can pay by cash, or you can pay by credit, and usually credit card. So you can pay by cash or you can pay by credit card. She's using a credit card, which is like electronic money, isn't it? And she's buying something on the internet. You need to use a credit card to buy on the internet. You can use cash. You can spend cash in a store. So to spend is to give money. Now, the other thing we can do, the opposite, pandero, of spend is to save. That means you don't give the money away. In this case, not to spend. Not. So it's opposite. Not to spend money, you keep it. Keep it for later. So these girls are saving their money. They're putting their coins into a small piggy bank because those coins will add up. They'll have a lot of money later. It's also very wise to save your money for if you need it later. So to save money is the opposite of spending money. Now, when we talk about money, of course, we can also talk about cost. And remember, we talked about this in a previous unit. We talked about cost and we talked about price, right? What is the cost? What is the price? So when we're going to buy something, we can talk about how much does it cost. We can say, what is the price? The price or the cost is the amount of money that you have to pay to get or do something. So if you want to get something or you want to do something, then you consider the cost. Remember, when you're buying something, it's not always an object. That's to pay to get something. But you also pay money to do something. For example, to go on a trip, to go on a vacation, to go bungee jumping, right? That is a service, right? So to do something, you also have to pay money. There's a cost for those things, whether it's an object or something, an activity that you want to do. So she has to think about the cost, right? If she has enough money, she can buy it. She doesn't have enough money, it costs too much. It costs too much. That means I can't pay for it. I don't have enough money. Sad, right? It costs too much. That means I don't have enough money to buy something. Okay, item. Item is one thing that is part of a list or a set. So let's say you're going to go shopping. You need some food for your house. You want to put some food in your refrigerator. So you want to know what you need to buy. Make a list before you go so you don't forget anything. You can look in your refrigerator, say, okay, we need milk, we need potatoes, we need eggs. Write them down. That is a list. Now, each item on the list, we call these items. Each thing on this list is an item. Milk is one item. Potatoes is one item. Eggs is one item. These are items on a list, part of a list or set. Also, when you go to a restaurant, you look at the menu. A menu is a list or a set. So when you're looking at one dish on the menu, that is a menu item. If you say, I want fried chicken, that fried chicken is an item on the menu. Fried chicken is not a menu, it's a menu item. So you say, if you say, what's the menu like? What are the things on the menu? Or do you have a menu? I like this on the menu. What's on the menu are the items on the menu. Don't say, I like this menu, right, for fried chicken. Fried chicken is an item on the menu. So be careful with that. I hear a lot of Konglish using menu. But anyway, item is one thing, one thing. It's part of a list, a set, or a menu is a list of things that you might order at a restaurant. Okay, grocery. A grocery, of course, is a store. What do you buy at a grocery store? Well, you can buy food or sometimes other goods, right? Usually food. A grocery store is usually where you buy food and drink. This woman, she's shopping for, looks like drinks here, and she's going to buy something as a drink. Looks like she's looking in the milk section. Could be some yogurt here as well. But a grocery, you can also buy other goods at a grocery store. For example, cleaning supplies for your house, maybe cups, brooms, things like that. You can buy other items at a grocery store. But mostly you buy food at a grocery store. Mostly grocery stores sell food. So go to the grocery to buy food for your house. Now, a bank is a place where you save money. Just like a grocery is a place where you spend money, right? A store is a place where you spend money. A bank is where you save your money. It's a safe place, right? Now, you could save your money in a variety of ways. You could take your money and put it under your bed, but is that safe? Right? Maybe your brother or sister might find it, or maybe, it might get lost, right? It's not a very safe place to put your money under your bed. But if you put it in a bank, you won't lose it. It will always be there. You can save money at a bank or borrow money. Let's talk about save first. When you go to a bank and you say, I want to save money there, you open a bank account. Open a bank account. So you open a bank account at a bank. It has your name, it has your national ID number on the bank account so they know it's yours, not somebody else with the same name as you. And you can put your money in the bank. You can take your money out of the bank. In some cases, you can borrow money from the bank. So if you go to the bank and say, I want to start a business when you're older, right? You can go to the bank and say, I would like to borrow some money. Can you lend me some money? Borrow money is to take the money from the bank and use it, but you will pay it back later. And of course, if you borrow money, why does a bank lend you money? Because they will charge you more money. They will charge you interest. Interest. Now this is getting interest. Okay, this is getting into more grown-up or adult subjects, but that's okay. Interest, the bank will charge you interest. So when you borrow money, if you borrow $100 and you pay $100 back 3 months from now, you'll probably pay $103 or $105 because that extra money is the interest. That's why the bank will lend it to you. But if you save your money in the bank will pay you interest. If you open a bank account and you put $100 in the bank, after 3 months, maybe you'll have $3 or $5. They'll give you an extra $3 or $5 if you keep your money in the bank. And that's called interest. And that's another reason to save your money in the bank, because you can make interest, a little bit more money. Okay, here we have a shopping list. Before we saw item, right? And we saw a very brief list, and that was a shopping list, right? A shopping list is a list of things that you need to buy. You need to buy. So this looks like a shopping list for a grocery store. We need to buy milk, eggs, bread, butter, cheese, toilet paper, paper towels, dish soap, and bleach. This is food. These are other things, right? So we need to buy food. We need to buy other things for our house. Of course, we're going to go to a grocery store. Before we go, we make a shopping list. That way, we don't forget anything, right? We go to the store, we buy many things. If we don't have a shopping list, we come back home and go, oh, I forgot to buy paper towels. Okay? So make a list before you go and check off the list. Check off the items. That means as you buy each item, you check it off. Milk, got it. Dish soap, I got it, right? You check off the items that you buy. That way you don't forget anything on your shopping list. Okay, piggy bank, right? We saw that before. We've seen it a couple of times before. It's very cute, right? Okay, very cute piggy bank. A piggy bank, we talked about bank, right? That's a building. That's a place, a very formal place to save your money. Another place that you can save money, like coins and things, not a lot of money, but you can put your coins into a piggy bank. It's a pig-shaped money box that children save coins in. Save coins usually. Sometimes people might put a bill, like a $1 bill in there, but usually you put your coins in there. At the end of the day, right, if you spend money during the day, at the end of the day, go into your pockets. You have begwan, shipwan, oh shipwan, maybe oh begwan, yeah, okay? And you don't want to carry those around with you every day, so you put them in your piggy bank. It's interesting because Koreans think pigs are lucky, right? If you have a dream about pigs, you think, wow, I'm going to get a lot of money. It's very interesting. In America, we have this similar idea. If you have a pig, you know, farmers who have big fat pigs, they're rich, right? So that's why the bank, the little toy, it's like a toy, but it's something useful. It looks like a pig because if you fill it up with coins, you have a lot of money. So you see, Korean and American ideas are very similar. Actually, it's probably similar all around the world, right? People have the same ideas, many of the same ideas in many different cultures. Okay, but anyway, we save money in a piggy bank. And you probably have a piggy bank yourself. Some piggy banks have a little thing on the bottom. You open it up, and then you can pour the coins out. Some piggy banks, they don't have that. The only way to open it is to break it, right? So those are that's also another way to get the money out. To break the piggy bank, the piggy bank is to get all the money out. But usually, if it's made of plastic, you don't have to break it. You just open it up. But it's easier to do that. So you know, it's like, do you save the money? Do you take any out? Depends on the type of piggy bank you have. Okay, so piggy banks. You can save your coins in there. Save it. Don't spend it. Lesson 12. Spending and saving. Spend. To give money to someone else to get goods or services. Save. Not to spend money and keep it for later. Cost. The amount of money that you have to pay to get or do something. Item. One thing that is part of a list or set. Grocery. A store where you can buy food or other goods. Bank. A safe place where you can save or borrow money. Shopping list. A list of things that you need to buy. Piggy bank. A pig-shaped money box that children save coins in.